My friend here, Mitch, who doesn't have a hangar because he's like us, he's got a limited budget.
Yeah.
You can't have a vehicle. Only fat cats can have a vehicle. You guys...
Don't use the word fat cat. I believe the word used, and this is a paper I have from the airport minutes from September 14th.
Doesn't say fat cats?
2010.
Are you sure?
It doesn't say fat cats. That's not the language they used.
That's what I'd have used.
And
I'd have been fat cats.
in fact, I wish you would let me read this.
Well, go ahead.
To you.
All right.
And this is from the airport minutes, September 14th, 2010. And this has been going on a while.
Right.
It's been a goal of
Go ahead, read it.
Craig Williams to kick POVs off the airport
Read it.
for some time.
Go ahead.
And this is the military came
Are
in.
you going to read it or not?
I'm going to read it. Yeah.
When are we going to read this, Mitch?
During the two-day inspection, the JSIVA team visited with the airport director, our operations director, and inspected our airport. And the JSIVA was some team that comes in and does security evaluations for the Marine Corps. The team was impressed with our overall security capability, but surprised by the presence of privately owned vehicles, POVs, on the flight line. The airport director explained that POV access to the flight line was mandatory to ensure the comfort of high-level tenants.
He didn't say fat cats.
No.
He just said high-level tenants?
Who needed the ability to drive right up to their hangars.
Right.
When questioned, the airport director, that's Craig Williams, explained that the airport had investigated the possibility of offering secure parking for these tenants, high-level tenants they would be, but it concluded that the requirement to either walk or take a golf cart was unacceptable.
The high-level tenant says
for high-level tenants.
Did they even ask you? Because you're not a high-level tenant. You're just an airplane owner.
You've
got an airplane.
There were meetings about this, but it went through on greased skids.
You've got an airplane out there that you tie up no more than 100 yards from the fat cat high-level tenants. They can drive their cars out there, unload their families, unload all that.
But I'm a security risk.
You're a security risk. But if you're a high-level guy, you're not a security risk.
No. If you're an airport director and your airplane's in the Miracle hangars, you're not a security risk.
Really? But you are a security risk, and you're parked right next to it.
If you own a King Air or you own a Citation.
I can throw a rock, although I wouldn't throw rocks on the airport. I can throw a rock from your airplane and hit the hangars with no problem.
Right.
But they're a security risk. Or no, you're a security risk.
I'm not a high-level tenant.
Not a high-level tenant.
I didn't realize I was a second-class citizen just last week. But
so they told you can't drive to your airplane?
As of August 3rd.
As of August 3rd, you cannot drive to your airplane.
That is correct.
So if you've got to go work on your plane, if you've got to polish it, if you've got to go do some things, you've got to hand lug your stuff out there.
That's correct.
Back and forth, including luggage or anything else if you're going out of town or whatever.
Not a high-level tenant.
Not a high-level tenant. And if you're a high-level tenant,
you can drive your car to your airplane.
You can drive your car to the airplane. These guys don't like general aviation. They don't. And unfortunately, the board is not standing up to it.
And the odd thing is, again, this is a public airport.
It is a public airport.
It takes grant money from the FAA. And
paid for by tax dollars.
There's compliance issues there. If you're going to take that FAA money, you have to give fair and equitable service to everyone. Equal access.
They're not doing it.
No.
They're not. Now, the chair, Bill Gresser, a friend of mine. I love Bill. I do. And I have not talked to him about any of this, because I just haven't yet, and I will over time. Like I say, it's going to take me months to get involved in this.
Well, after this show, he may not talk to you.
No, he will. Bill's not like that. But I read in the minutes, and you showed me in the minutes, where the airport authority is looking to buy Bill Gresser's property, the old dog track, for $3.25 million.
Yeah, I have the minutes here printed out.
Well, it's actually Bill Gresser's Jr. now. I guess it's gone on to his son. But it's still family business. It's still family. I wonder how the chairman can get involved in that. Or I wonder how that's involved. I don't know yet. And maybe he's recused himself. Maybe not.
Well, according to the minutes, he was present at the meeting.
Okay.
When I believe it would be his son. It said William Gresser Jr.
But is the dog track really worth $3.25 million to the airport? You can't even get
$3.4 million.
$3.4 million.
$3.4 million.
You can't even get there because there's a road. You can't get there. Why would they even care about? And there may be a good reason. I just don't know what it is. But what do they need a dog track for? And why would they spend $3.4 million for a dog track?
Yeah, it's another case of the tail wagging the dog.
I don't know.
I believe they'll find a use for it after they buy it.
There may be a good reason. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. It's not going to be to park aircraft because there's a road in the way. And somehow I don't think they can put a traffic light in for the airplanes to get across. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Live and local with Russ Clark, AM 560, KBLU.
Thank you, America. For over 70 years, Geico has been saving people money on car insurance, and because of you, they've been the nation's fastest-growing car insurance company over the past 5 years. To show our appreciation, call within the next 15 minutes and you could save hundreds on your car insurance. This is not a limited-time offer, and okay, actually you could call whenever you like. But why are we even arguing about this, America?
For a free rate quote, visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. 15 minutes could save you hundreds on car insurance.
Hi, Tom Bodette. If you have an iPhone, then you no doubt have lots of apps. That's a quicker, cooler way to say application. Well, Motel 6 now has an app for the iPhone, which is a quicker, cooler way to book a clean, comfortable room for the lowest price of any national chain from your phone. I still have no idea how that even works. Download yours from the App Store today and start booking.
Mine just got back on the ground, so one of them did.
You are the only full-time, but we've got a few guys that would like to, but I think they're going to make it difficult for you at the main airfield here. General Aviation's going to make it tough. Jim,
But, I'm waiting for Oxford to open up too. They finally it looks like it should be open, but they got the X's on it still. They're building that building out there, and they got a ramp out there now.
Yeah, Oxford's at an auxiliary airfield that doesn't have any facilities on site. They're building a facility now, and they're
building a building now. They've already put the runway's already done.
Yeah.
Now they're making a road out to Avenue B.
Still X's on it though.
They're going to pave it, and they're going to build a building now. And I asked Ed Whitehead the other day. I said, "How often are you going to go out and fix the locks on it? Because they'll be broken into every night." He said, "Oh no, we're just going to leave it open."
Maybe. Hey, got to run, Jim. Appreciate the call.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye. Speaking of heavy-handed out at the airfield, the main airfield, when I had my plane out there, I was able to drive my car out there with my tools in it if I want to change oil, or with the wax to wash it, or with my suitcases if I was getting ready to go out of town, or whatever we had to transport back and forth out of the airplane. Sometimes auto parts, even, Andy. Sometimes auto parts. Well, now I guess the airfield doesn't like what they call POVs, personal vehicles or whatever.
No, you have to hump it through the gate.
Well, there is a gate, and you have an access card, and you drive on, and you have the car actually has a sticker on it to say whether it's allowed or not allowed, and we're on our side. Now, these guys, and I'll tell you, the prior regime before we have the operator now, David Gaines, he tried to eliminate after 9/11 all personal vehicles. In fact, he's made public statements. Personal vehicles will never be allowed on this airfield again. Because after 9/11, nobody went on the airfield. Not to touch a plane, not to drive onto it, nothing. Well, afterwards, every airfield in the nation allowed cars back on, except ours. And it took lots of lobbying and complaining.
It's always a fight.
It's always a fight because they don't like general aviation out here. They just don't. Well, I'd fly into Tucson. I'd taxi around F-16s all the time in Tucson because they got the F-16s at the base there. I'd drive a car out, a rental car. In fact, they'd drive the rental car out there to my plane for me. When I pull up, I'd say, I got a rental car. And they'd say, I'll bring it out to you. Rental car would be on the field. I'd be with F-16s, and everything would be fine. I come to this airplane. No, security, the government won't let you drive on the field. I was saying, you don't lie to me. I mean, why lie to me? And they would lie to you. So now what they're saying, Andy, because they're saying, again, no personal vehicles again because of the F-35. So they're blaming the government again. There was so much pressure from the big boys, and I mean big boys, the guys that have jets and the guys that have twins, the guys that have hangars, so much pressure from them, they finally realized, okay, if you have a hangar, we'll give it to you. You can drive your personal vehicle if you have a hangar. But not to Mitch, my friend here,